Good morning, friends. Today I'm going to read you the book Caps for Sale by Esther Slovakina. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First, he had his own checked cap, then a bunch of gray caps, a bunch of brown caps, a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the street, holding himself very straight as to not upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street, down the street, calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," he said, and he walked out of town, slowly, slowly, as to not upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," he thought, and he sat down very slowly under the tree, leaned back a little as to not disturb his caps. Then he put up his hand to feel if they were straight. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, the blue caps, and the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a long time. When he woke up, he felt refreshed and rested. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. But he only felt his own checked cap. He looked to the right of him. No caps. He looked to the left. No caps. He looked in back. No caps. He looked behind the tree. No caps. And then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? On every branch sat a monkey, and on every monkey was a gray, brown, blue, or a red cap. The peddler looked at the monkeys, and the monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do, so finally he spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking his finger at them. "You give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their finger back at him and said, "Tss, tss, tss." This made the peddler angry, so he shook both hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook both their hands back at him and said, "Tss, tss, tss." Now he felt quite angry. He stamped his foot. He said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." But the monkeys only copied him. By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet. He shouted, "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped both their feet back at him. At last, he became so angry, he pulled off his own cap, threw it on the ground, and began to walk away. But then, each monkey pulled off his cap. They're still copying him. And all the gray caps, all the brown caps, all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. His own checked cap, gray caps, brown caps, blue caps, and the red cap on the very top. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town, calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cat. The end. I hope you enjoyed my story.